Alright, hello everyone. Good morning. I believe I should be coming to you live. So, welcome to the Zwift Weight Loss Accountability live stream. So, we are in week... Good question, what week are we in? I believe 11? 11 of 16. And so far, let me tell you, this week has not been a good one for me. I'm still around 95. I just can't seem to get under that magical 95 number for me, and it is very, very annoying, to be honest. So yeah, that's my current problem. Cannot get under 95. Let me just turn on source for Zwift, and then I'll carry on. I just want to get the elevation profile on the bottom. Why is it not showing up? There we go. Alright, yeah, so currently at 95 kilograms still, and I just can't seem to get under it. It's very frustrating, but I feel like that's some sort of mental block with me, because 95 is the lightest I've been basically since I was like a teenager, so I feel like once I get underneath that magical 95, hopefully it should be clean sailing. I know it probably sounds a bit weird, but I feel like my body is just comfortable being 95, if that makes sense. Good morning, Parasam999. How are you doing this morning? Hope everything is going well for you. Yeah, so that's my problem. Also, I went to the gym on Monday and did some new movements. I did like glute bridges, I did some planks, and that absolutely ruined me. I had pain in my lower back, which I haven't had for a long time. So that sort of set me back a bit this week. Like, I did that on Monday. It didn't start hurting after that till Wednesday. And then I still have it now, so I don't know what went on there. Maybe it's just that it was a movement that I wasn't used to before. Like, muscles that have never been used in my back are just aching. So yeah, that's definitely not ideal at all. But it is what it is. So hopefully I just need to work on that. I don't think I'm old enough to be suffering from actual back pain yet, so hopefully it's just a case of never having worked those muscles before and now they just ache. So yeah, that is what it is. I hope you guys are all doing well in your own weight loss challenges. We've got I can't believe how soon it is till Christmas already. What are we? It's November 17th. 5 weeks till Christmas. It's actually come around so quick this year. I'm still hoping to get to 90 before Christmas, which means another 5 kilograms in 5 weeks, but I'd really have to do a lot of weight loss for that to happen. So I would like it to still happen. I hope once I get past 95, maybe it will just start falling off really quickly, but we'll see. But I really want to be 90 at least before Christmas. Hi mate, Chris Bayliss, nice to see you. What ride am I doing? I'm doing... Oh, what route is it? It's not Climbers Gambit. It's the one basically where you go up the epic KOM and then you go up the radio tower at the end. So yeah, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to climb the top of the mountain, then probably log off there. Can't be bothered to do the descent as well. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty chill one for me. I quite like this route because you can do the epic KOM at a nice relaxing zone 2 pace, and then the radio tower bit, I try to smash it up as fast as I can. I did this one during the week, so I've got a ghost rider to chase down, so I should have a time to beat at least. That's the goal anyway. I had quite a big breakfast before this, but I'm not feeling too great. I'm hoping to not ruin my legs because there's Zwift Racing League on Tuesday, and that's the main goal for this week anyway. You're doing a 2-hour Zone 2 ride later on ERG. Yeah, that's going to be a long one. But I mean, what else can we do in the winter? It's actually freezing outside. It's like 0 degrees. But I've got to get it done. No, that sounds quite good. So 2 hours Zone 2. I'm really close to getting the Tron bike. Actually, let me have a look. Because that's why I'm doing all these mountainous routes. I'm just trying to grind out the miles. Or the meters, I should say. 48,000 meters. I've got 2,000 meters left to climb. I reckon by the end of next week I should have the Tron bike. That's my current goal anyway. But the Tron bike is sort of old news now. I think everyone's got it. Oh, nice one. Appreciate the sub. So I stream all my Zwift Racing League videos as well. So that's normally on a Tuesday evening. And then this series is sort of like, we have a group of us, we're getting together to do weight loss accountability. Started in September and we're doing it till Christmas. I started at about 102 kilograms. I'm down to 95. And everyone sets their own goals and just tries to stick with it. So I do these streams as sort of check-in to keep everyone accountable. And I think it's working quite well, to be honest. So yeah, pretty chill ride today. Just getting to the base of the climb. I think I've got about another 5 minutes before the climbing starts. I'm running a 40 tooth chainring on the front and then a 10 to 30 on the back. But I have the trainer difficulty set to about 50% because that gearing is definitely not enough for climbing, to be honest, especially when you're this heavy. But it is a nice day for it, to be honest. It always is in Watopia, isn't it? Has anyone ever tried those new Zwift alternatives, like the free ones? Things like Indie, Velo, Rovi. I've never given them a go, but I ended up paying for Zwift for a year, so I'm set on this now for the next year. But it'd be interesting to see what everyone else thinks of those other workout apps. I feel like Zwift is the place to be for racing because there's just so many people on here. But I guess if you're not into racing and just do like structured workouts, you'll be pretty chill with whatever app you've got. Good morning, Thomas. How are you doing? Hope the weight loss is going well for you if you're part of that challenge. So yeah, I have been setting up the chat bot in Zwift. So I was watching another streamer and he has it so you can earn points for watching. So if I type in !points, it should say how many points you have. Or not. Why is this not working? Oh, it is. I have 0 points. How have I got 0 points on my own stream? Incredible. Oh. I was surprised at how much the year subscription for Zwift costs. I thought it was only like £100. It was like 170. So that was a bit of a shock when I had to pay that. But I guess you're paying for a whole year off Zwift, so it's not really that bad. It's like, what, 50p a day or something. Just got to get the most out of it, don't you? Alright, how long have we got to go before the base of this climb? Not too long. So this week's race on the Zwift Racing League is, I think it's turf and surf. Last week was a very flat course, a team time trial. I absolutely ruined that by doing it on a road bike because I wasn't paying attention. But this week it should be a bit better for me. It's a punchy course. There's 2 climbs which aren't really that steep, but I reckon I have a solid chance because I'm not the heaviest guy in the race, so I think I should be able to get over those climbs with the more climby guys. But if I can go over it, there's only like 1,500 meters to the end, and I feel like that's a good chance for me to do a sort of long range sprint because that's my strength. I don't like leaving these races down to final sprints because that's just pure luck, isn't it? What cat do you race in? I'm currently in category C, hoping one day to get to category B. I've been in category C for a long time actually, but it's all the weight that holds me back. If I could get down to even like 90, I think I'd probably be pushed up to cat B. Yeah, I'm very, very much limited because if it's a flat course, I have no problems keeping with everyone, but as soon as it gets hilly, well, if it's a hill longer than like 2 or 3 minutes, then I'm definitely off the back. I've got a bit of a cough actually. I really need to be careful, I don't want to get sick. Alright, where are we? We've got the climb, we've got this little bit here, and then the climb proper begins. So I can't imagine this will take very long. hopefully I'll be able to get to top in under an hour. That's a nice nice bit of zone 2 for today. I'm going to do the epic KOM at a nice zone 2 pace. Try to keep the heart rate less than 150. And then the radio tower, I'll probably smash it out, give it a max effort for like, how long does that take? 7-8 minutes? But I feel like that's a good workout, get some good endurance work done, and then smash out an effort. I did this one earlier in the week, so I've got a baseline time to aim for. My feet are freezing, but I am barely putting out any power yet. Just warming up until we get to the base of the climb. Oh, it's freezing and I haven't even put the fans on. That is good, actually. It's better to be too cold than too hot when you're Zwifting, that's for sure. Oh. I've got my camera working properly this week. Last time, it kept making me really dark and trying to focus on the window for some reason, but it decided to fix itself. I don't know why. So this climb, it's about 600 meters to the top. Not the hardest climb in Zwift, but I believe the radio tower is the steepest sustained section, so that bit's always a challenge. Yeah, you're right, Sam. It's hell when it's too hot on the turbo. That is for sure. I've got 2 Vackmaster fans. They're pretty cool. I can turn them on and off using this little remote which came with them. So I think that's a good alternative to like the Wahoo fans, because they're like a third of the price. And to be honest, all the features you get on that Wahoo fan, I don't think you really need. A fan's a fan, isn't it? So these get the job done for like way cheaper. I definitely recommend them. They're really powerful, quite loud as well, but who cares about that when you're riding your bike inside. Alright, what are we doing today? Epic KOM. My PR is in the right hand column, so that hasn't started yet, has it? I've got to get to the banner before my PR starts. Apparently my PR is 40 minutes and 42 seconds. So that's what I'll try and beat today. Good morning, Zip23. How are you doing? Good to see you in the stream. Whew. Right, here we go. Beginning of the climb. I'd better turn these fans on. I'll turn them on low to begin with. Oh, it's actually icy cold wind coming out of there. Oh, not nice. Not nice at all. Oh. Right, let's see. Here's my man. I think I'm just going to pace myself off him and then towards the end put in some effort. I'll try and stick to 200 watts. That's 2 watts per kilogram for me. I don't want to go all out, especially with the race on Tuesday. Oh, I'm already pulling out a huge lead, but I am doing 200 watts. So I was thinking, do you guys use the power meter on your bike when you connect to Zwift, or do you use the power on the trainer? My trainer's on its last leg, so the power data from that is just pretty much a random number generator at the moment. So I had to change it to the power meter on my bike. But then I was thinking, the power meter on your bike is closer to the power, isn't it? So I figured you get like an extra % or 2 by connecting it to that rather than the trainer, because if you do it through the trainer, you've got all the losses off the drivetrain, don't you? So I was just thinking about that the other day, that I might have a bit of an advantage because I plug it into my power meter rather than the smart trainer. Zip23, hope watching you gives me motivation to step on the trainer later today. Weather is awful, yeah, tell me about it. Although it's not raining here today, but it's still not a particularly nice one. It's just cold, really cold. Trainer power for Sam, but Asioma out and about. Yeah, fair enough. I've only got a single-sided power meter on my bike, but I've always wondered whether that actually makes a difference. because I feel like my left leg is way weaker. I don't know why I think that, I just do. It just feels that way. But maybe I'm just talking rubbish. Bike power meter would be better. The output losses would have to be accounted for in direct drive train. Yeah, that's true. You just get a slight bit more power if you use your bike's power meter. Alright, it's going to get a bit steep here. I'll get out the saddle for a bit. God, I'm well ahead of my PR. Well, 10 seconds. Maybe I can do sub 40 today. That'd be nice and chill. Alright, heart rate's getting a bit high. That's why I like doing these streams as well, because if I'm doing a zone 2, I've got to keep talking to the chat, which is a good way of making sure I'm still in zone 2, because they say you're supposed to be able to still talk if you're in zone 2. And if I was just like on my own chatting away to no one, that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Whew. So I started streaming some of my rides on Twitch as well. I mean, it's exactly the same as YouTube, isn't it, to be honest? But I thought if I'm gonna make a Twitch account, I would start streaming some of the video games I used to play as well. So I do that on my Twitch account as well. Well, I say I do that, I've done it once. But it's quite cool actually, using Twitch. I mean, I think it's a much more youthful audience on Twitch than I am. I don't really get it, to be honest. I feel like an old person. Like, everyone's using all these words I don't understand. But I guess that's just a part of life, isn't it? Oh, we've got a nice little group here. Maybe I'll try and stick with them. Seem to be doing a nice pace. So 5 weeks to go till Christmas. In September I set my goal as 90 kilograms. Currently 95. So I've got 5 weeks to lose 5 kilograms. So I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm definitely going to try as hard as possible. Because you know, once Christmas hits, Christmas to New Year, that's a write-off. Don't really do anything during that time. Nothing gets done. So yeah, Christmas is the date. Christmas morning weigh-in is going to be a hard one. Actually, what day is Christmas on? I'm not going to have to do a Christmas Day live stream, am I? Let's check the calendar. Alright, no, Christmas is on a Wednesday. But that does mean... I was going to say that means there's going to be a Zwift Racing League race on Christmas Eve, but I think it ends the week before that. Which is alright. Alright, I've got a 38-second lead on my PR. Sub 40 looks doable. Keeping it pretty chill. 140 beats per minute. At Christmas nothing gets done except eating. Very true. Can't argue with that. Thomas tries to do a running event during Christmas period. What, like a proper organised event, or just go out on your own and go for a Christmas Day run? It's probably quite a good idea, isn't it? Doing a Christmas Day run. Sounds very relaxing. Okay, so a proper event. What sort of event is it? Just an organised run. That sounds pretty fun. What distance are you doing? I did a half marathon recently, and it was a trail run. Quite a hilly one, actually. And that was horrible. It was just up and down all day. And it was sliding and sliding on leaves. Surprised it didn't fall over. Someone did, and I saw the ambulance came. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of trail running. Christmas themed 10k, doing half marathon trail at the end of January. Oh, that sounds alright. do you have to dress up in like a Santa outfit or something, or at least get like a Santa hat on. I always try and do a Christmas morning ride, sort of sets the Christmas Day exercises and guilt days. That's true, like if you do a solid ride in the morning on Christmas Day, you just sort of eat whatever you want, can't you? Although Christmas Day, you know, pure excess, I'd say just embrace it. I think the worst part about it is, like, one day off excess is fine, but it's the whole season, isn't it? Like if you have 1 or 2 weeks overindulging every day, that's gonna be what does you in. Like one day you can't even eat that much in one day, can you? But if you're eating like 1,000 calories extra every day for 2 weeks, that's what will do you in. Oh, heart rate's a bit high, 158, let's back off. Ooh. So this bike is now permanently on the indoor trainer. I've committed to not taking this one outside at all, because I'm just too lazy. If I'm going to go outside, I'm going to use my mountain bike. But the group I ride with are all road bike people, so I'm not sure what the etiquette is on rocking up to a group ride with a mountain bike. I mean, they can't really care, as long as I can keep up, surely. Can't really imagine it'll be a big thing, unless it's like a really pretentious group of people. But luckily my group is pretty chill. Alright, so Chris asked, what's your current FTP and heart rate at that zone? So current FTP according to Trainer Road was 295. According to Zwift, 282 I think it was. According to me, obviously, I round it up to 300, but I'm going to be doing a Alp to Zwift attempt at some point, so that's going to be the real show whether I can actually hold that for an hour. I'm going for the sub 1 hour attempt, so I reckon if I can hold 300 watts for an hour, maybe drop down to 93, 92 kilograms, I should be able to do that, because that's been what I've wanted to achieve for quite a while now. In fact, that was the first video on my YouTube channel that ever blew up. It was me doing Alp to Zwift, and it took me like 90 minutes, like 2-3 years ago now, so hopefully I'll be able to get the sub 1 hour done. You don't gain weight between Christmas and New Year, but between New Year and Christmas, I mean, that is a good point. Christmas and New Year, that's just 1 week. It's about what you do for the other 51 weeks, isn't it? I always say consistency is what you've got to do. All about just making the right choice consistently. Yeah, wise words there, Zip 23. Whew. Alright, we've got a bit of a let off here. It's 4%. It's quite a nice climb, this one, actually. Until you get to the radio tower. There's nothing really that steep. It's just one you can sort of settle into. I'm trying to keep it around 200 watts, 140 beats per minute. But with all the gradient changes, obviously you've got to stay on top of your gear shifting. In a perfect world, it would be the exact gradient the whole time. But I guess if you want to do that, you can just set up a workout for yourself. I prefer not doing these things in ERG mode because, I don't know, I always found the ERG mode a lot harder for some reason. Like I prefer to be able to shift and then like slow my cadence down or speed my cadence up to whatever I want. I know ERG mode is supposed to do that for you, but I always felt like it would get bogged down and it would just be harder. But maybe that's just because I'm using a pretty cheap old trainer. I am meaning to upgrade it. I've got the Jet Black Victory on my Christmas list, so maybe I'll get lucky. That's if it's even back in stock, because they're all sold out at the moment. But for like £400, you can't really go wrong. Especially compared to like the Wahoo Kicker and stuff. But we'll see. I reckon because I'm using my bike's power meter, I can get away with using this smart trainer for quite a while longer. The next upgrade I wanted to do to my Zwift setup would be get some sort of elevation gain thing. You know, you can get the Wahoo Kicker Riser, is it called? The one which lifts the front of your bike up and down depending on the gradient, because that looks sick. But yeah, that's like £1,000, so not happening anytime soon. Oh, weekly goal met, 100 kilometers. Nice. Thomas uses Elite Suito. I never knew how to pronounce that actually. And that's from my option, good quality for decent price. How much is that one then? Because I know Wahoo Kicker around £1,000. I think the Kicker Core is like 500, and then Jet Black is like 400. So they're all pretty expensive, aren't they? But I mean, it's cheaper than buying a new bike. 450. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not bad at all. That must be like what, £400 in the UK? Alright, I'll look into that one. What I saw about the Jet Black Victory, which I liked, was it had the race mode. Like it reacts to your inputs 10 times every second rather than once every second. Which, if you do racing like I do, it's probably one of the more important features. Especially if you're in like a sprint at the end. Having that extra second that it registers quicker in a sprint, it's quite a big difference actually. So yeah, that's one of the main things I was interested in. But yeah, that's definitely a thing for next year. I'll get to the end of this year with my good old Think Rider X7 Pro back there, so it should be alright. Such good Kiwi says, I'd like a Tax Neo. The movement of the flywheel from side to side seems like it would replicate the road feel a lot better. Okay. The actual flywheel on the back moves side to side. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. But that's a Garmin one, isn't it? Those ones are really expensive. I think if I'm going over £1,000, I'd like to get an actual indoor smart bike, you know? Like the Wahoo Kicker bike or something. Because those ones seem, I don't know, £1,000 for just the indoor trainer seems extortionate to me. Plus, if I get a smart bike, it's easy to adjust, which means my family can use it too, because they said they want to get into it. But at the moment, changing my bike off, putting everyone else's bike on takes ages, especially because all the cassette sizes are different. That's why I was thinking the Wahoo, not the Wahoo, the Zwift Cog is a good solution, because that lets you put any bike on it, doesn't it? I think it's 8 speed to 12 speed. Alright, I've got a 50-second lead over my PR. 150 beats per minute, pretty chill. We are about a third of the way up. I'll be honest, this ride is just flying by. Just chatting away. It's very nice. Finn, good morning. Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you again. How are you doing, Finn? So, it does move a bit. We're talking about the flywheel on the Tax Neo. I thought about that, but the movement on the top and direct drive seems a lot better than the stationary smart bike. Okay. Interesting. I never really considered that. I've never even used a high-end smart trainer or a high-end smart bike. Literally, my experience on these trainers is I used to have a hybrid bike that was the first bike I ever got, which got me into this. And I hooked that up to a wheel-on trainer. That's how I started Zwifting. And then I upgraded to the direct drive smart trainer and this Trek Domane. So I imagine a lot of you guys in the chat listening have a hell of a lot more experience with bikes than I do, because I've only been into it like 2-3 years. Saves getting a rocker plate. I have a Flux S, so a lower end Garmin one, yeah. I feel like my trainer has a ridiculous amount of left and right movement. Like, I'll show you now. I'll wiggle left to right on the bike. It has loads of movement. So I think it's pretty good. Just watched a few vids on them. Okay, yeah. I mean, I was also thinking about getting a new bike as well, but that's going to be a reward for when I get to a fitter state. I can't justify spending money on a more expensive bike just to save like 3 kilograms of weight when I still have like 20 kilograms of weight to lose off myself. So the new bike upgrade, that's the mega reward for when I am lean, a lean, mean climbing machine. Yeah, I don't know, this trainer must have really focused on that, because it has so much movement. It's quite nice, to be honest. And it's not even on a mat or anything. It's literally on the concrete of the garage floor. 2 wheels and croissant. Welcome to the stream, good to see you. Are you considering getting a carbon, steel or titanium? Well, at the moment I'm on aluminium, so I figured the logical upgrade is carbon. And titanium, from what I've researched of those bikes, they seem very expensive and more bespoke. Like if you're gonna get a custom bike made, you'd go titanium maybe. Steel, I don't know much about steel bikes. I haven't really researched steel. I've never really considered it, to be honest. All I know is that lots of people say steel is real, so take from that what you will. So probably carbon. Like all the reviews I've read say carbon feels nicer, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much I believe that, because I fell for it and got a set of carbon wheels. Actually, I lie. I got sent a set of carbon wheels as like to review. That's the advantage of having a somewhat popular YouTube channel, is very rarely you get some stuff for free. So they sent me a set of carbon wheels, and I'll be honest with you, I could barely feel the difference. Like if I was blindfolded, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference between the carbon wheels and the aluminium ones I had. But I'll tell you what I did feel a difference on, is I upgraded my seat post from aluminium to carbon, and that was night and day difference. Like the flex you get in the carbon seat post is a game changer. But I ended up ruining that because I clamped it on too hard and it fell off. It's just sort of sheared itself off. Alright, get out of the seat, saddle for a bit. The difference is big when you go from aluminium to carbon frame. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because if it's a carbon wheel, then obviously there's not that much carbon, is there? It's just the wheel. But if it's the frame, then everything's made out of carbon. So that does make sense. I would have to, I would like to try out the bikes first, but I'm not sure if that's a thing. I guess bike shops must let you try them out because they're so expensive these days. You can't go buy like a 3k bike and not test it out first. It's the stiffness, you say? Okay, like, I think you're right on that, because I can see this bike flex if I look down when I'm sprinting. I mean, I'm a pretty hefty guy, so yeah. Like when I go for it, I can put down like 1300 watts, so there's definitely a lot of force going through it. So I think that stiffness would definitely help. Not that I ever even sprint when I'm out on the roads. I would do all my sprinting on Zwift. But yeah, that's definitely something I'd be interested in trying. It's just so expensive, isn't it, bikes? Right, what's my lead? I think I've got about a minute and a half on my PR, which is pretty good. Heart rate's gone up a bit more, but still able to talk, so must still be zone 2. Right, finished one beat on. Canyon, yeah. I've read good things about Canyon as well. The girlfriend wants a bike, so I was thinking of getting her one as well. Especially if you used a cycle to work scheme in the UK, you can get 25% off. Yeah, I was looking at Canyon. It's not the Speed Max, is it? That's the time trial bike. It's the one, the aero version of the Ultimate. That's the one I was looking at. But God, Aero, that's it, the Canyon Aero. I was looking at that choosing between that and a Specialized SO8, because I want to buy one bike and be done with it for ever, basically. Because I mean, I know that people love buying a new bike every year, but I'd rather just buy one, get one top of the range bike and just be finished, you know. I don't want to have to be spending loads, so I might as well get a good one and be done with it. If you ask nicely, maybe you get the legs of MVDP as an extra. Oh, that's the dream, isn't it? That is the dream. I miss watching cycling, to be honest. Normally I just put that on in the background, but now there's nothing on, is there? So yeah, can't wait till next year when it starts again. Oh. Alright, how much further I've got? 293 meters, about halfway up. This pace is not bad at all, actually. I'm keeping it very, very chill. So, Zwift Racing League on Tuesday. Are you guys in the Zwift Racing League? This is the second time I've done it. I did round 1 of this year, and our team ended up winning that. There's a solid video on the channel if you want to check that out. I made showing our progress through the ranks there. And then round 2, the one we're currently doing, we came 5th out of 10 in the team time trial, which I think is partially my fault because I didn't put a time trial bike on. I did the whole thing on a road bike. Absolutely rookie errors. Yeah, so this week, a more punchy course, only 200 meters of climbing, so I would like to think I should be pretty comfortable getting up those climbs. I don't think they'll take long, maybe 2-3 minutes each. Unless someone goes mad and absolutely sprints up, I should be able to stick with them. Finn, your team came 2nd in the team time trial. 1 hour power PR, that is very good. Congrats. Like that was a horrible course, wasn't it? Just flat all the time. No chance for you to get any rest whatsoever. Like, I was done by the end of that. Honestly, I think that was one of the hardest races I've ever done on Zwift. Chris, how to join the team. So, if you've got Facebook, I assume, you know, most people have these days, go to, what is the group? There's a group at Zwift. It might just be called the Zwift Racing League, to be honest. I think that is what it's called. So join that group, type your details in, say power, weight, when you can race, that's the main one, and just say you're looking for a team, and then the team managers will come out, offer you teams. Got loads of choice and stuff, so it's pretty easy to do. You just got to make a post in that group. Not sure, I'm racing this Tuesday with 10 people, so lineup changes per week. Okay, makes sense. The WTRL website also has a link for when you're looking for a team. Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah, 10 people, that's a pretty big team actually. I guess it's good because the team leader can choose the strongest people for each course. I mean, I think you should be forced to pick 6 people to begin with. If I was running, that's what I'd do, but I guess people have real lives, don't they, which get in the way, so you can't really punish a team for having to do something else in real life. Right, how far are we in? 327 meters. Settled in quite nicely. No, don't really do that. It's who's available, who's already raced more. Yeah, I guess it depends on how serious your team is, doesn't it? Like, a lot of people just want to race for fun. Not everyone's like willing to leave their life hanging just to race on Zwift. I mean, you've got to find a team which sort of fits your own mindset, don't you? Which is possible because there's so many teams, and everyone's, I mean, especially in the lower categories, I think a lot of people are literally just doing it for fun, a way to get on, to voice chat with their mates. It's good stuff, to be honest. Very fun. You definitely push yourself way harder when you're working for a team, because even if you're in like 30th, sprinting for 29th is going to make a difference because you get an extra point, and at the end of the day that extra point could be the difference. So you definitely have to keep yourself motivated. Good luck with your goal. Thank you, Experiment Homer said. Interesting name. Yeah, thanks. Still working towards it. Every week is a challenge, but you know what it is. It's just all about consistency, isn't it? The higher ranked teams out of our club are more about the strategy. Yeah, I bet. I did that last round, massive effort to outsprint my competitor for 29. Yeah, it's definitely worth it though. Any sprint is good fun. I tried to sprint for the line last time in the team time trial. I could only do 400 watts. That's how dead my legs were. If you have the mind, anything is possible. Very true. All about mindset. Strong mind. Whew. Right, we're getting pretty close. Well, I say pretty close to the top of the epic KOM. But then it's a radio tower. And for that bit, I'm gonna have to give it a good effort. Alright, have a bit of a rest down this ridiculously steep bit. Whew. I'll be honest, my legs aren't feeling amazing today. Just a bit heavy, but hopefully this ride should freshen me up for Tuesday. I'll probably do like really chill, like 30 minutes tomorrow, literally just spinning the legs, but we'll see how it goes. I'm climbing this a lot faster than last time. I'd like to see what my average power just for this climb is, because the average power you see on the top left includes when I was just poodling around to get to the base of the mountain. So I reckon for this climb I must have done about 200 watts, which is not too bad. I feel like I could hold that 200 watts sort of indefinitely, maybe. I'm currently training for the Dragon Ride next summer. That's my long-term goal anyway. So that is a Gran Fondo, 298 kilometers with 4,500 meters of climbing. So that's what I've got to lose weight, because I could not do that at my current 95 kilograms. But if I manage to do that, it'll be a huge achievement, because the longest ride I've ever done so far is about 170 kilometers with only 1,000 meters of climbing. So I figured sign up for something ridiculously hard, and I guess I'll have to level up my cycling ability accordingly. Also, it's a good chance to get away for the weekend because it's in Wales. It's a nice drive. It's about 5-6 hours from where I live. Right, 32 minutes in. 40-day PR is 40 minutes, so I've got 8 minutes to climb the rest of it before the radio tower. I think I'll be alright. Here we go, just starting the main ascent. 1 kilometer to go. It reckons I'll do it in 40 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's see. I find it easier to do hard events outside and on the train. Yeah, 100%. Longest ride I think I've ever done in Zwift is like 2-3 hours maybe, and that is enough. But outside can go all day. It's just more fun outside, isn't it? I mean, as good as staring at Zwift is, it's not the same as just exploring. I think some of the most fun I've ever had on a bike was not even having a route, just sort of seeing something in the distance and riding towards it. But that is when I lived abroad, and the scenery was a lot more interesting. Here it's a bit flat. But I used to be able to see a mountain from my apartment, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can ride to the bottom of that mountain and then climb to the top, which I did, and it was pretty good fun. Then did 104 kilometers for 25 laps of the volcano last Christmas. That felt horrible, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that being horrible. 100 kilometers on the trainer. Why would you want to do that? Oh, I don't think I have the mental strength for that at all. I'd just go mad. Right, out the saddle for a bit. Oh. I wanted the achievement and attempting festive 500. Yeah, good reasons. I think 100 kilometers is on the limit of what I would be able to do on Zwift. Like, you see the routes like the Uber Pretzel, PRL Full. Like, who wants to do that? But I guess the achievement hunting part of the brain is definitely a real thing. Like when I was younger and into video games and all that stuff, when you're trying to get all the achievements, I would definitely do some dumb stuff in them. Like, I used to play Gran Turismo, and there was a race on there which was 24 hours, and I would do like an hour, pause the console, come back later, and just hope we didn't have a power cut or something. But yeah, you do a lot for achievements, that's for sure. Got to about 300 and then got 6, so sadly didn't make it. Festive 500 is, what is it, between Christmas and New Year's, like a week to ride 500 kilometers, is that right? 100 kilometers so much, and then also doing the same lap. Yeah, it's just mental drain, isn't it? Same thing over and over again. You've got to put something really entertaining on the second screen just to make your mind zone out, I guess. Alright, 200 meters to go. I'm doing pretty well here. Gonna be like 4 minutes faster than my 90-day PR. Kept it pretty chill. There's the banner up there. And I'll have a tiny little rest before doing the radio tower. So this essentially was 40 minutes, zone 2. No, I think I'll do 5 minutes max effort up the radio tower. 8 days for 500 kilometers. Yeah, not nice, is it? Oh, sun's coming out. Maybe it will be a nice day after all. Alright, let's just get this done. Crossing the line in 36 minutes and 40 seconds. So 4 minutes quicker. than my PR, and that's still solid zone 2. I definitely kept that steadier than my previous efforts, but yeah, pretty decent one. So I've got a tiny little rest, slight downhill before epic KOM. No, I've just done the epic KOM before the radio tower. There it is, up in the distance. But this is a horrible one. It's really, really steep. I think the average is like 14% or something ridiculous. Sun's out here in Lincoln. Where are you based at? I'm near Ipswich. So yeah, it looks really nice actually. Maybe I was too quick to judge today. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe I'll take the dog for a walk later. It's nothing like nice cold winter walks. Right, here we go. Right, I'll be honest, might not be able to chat so much in this effort because I'm going to give it a bit of a go. Tightening the shoes. There's my PR man. Let's settle in. I just want to beat my PR. I think, if I remember correctly, I did 322 watts for that. So we'll see. Oh, there's a big group of Danes up here. Let's see if I can goad any of them into racing me. Alright, I'm going to play some music for myself. Out the saddle. God, my legs feel heavy actually. Oh, my PR's riding away from me. Oh, my legs are not there today. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's miles ahead. Come on. It's just a... He's my he's got no chance of doing this. God, my legs are bad today. I'm done. I'm done. Right, let's just get to the top. Oh. I don't have any high end today. Oh. Yeah, it definitely is a horrible climb. I don't know how I did it so fast the other day. My legs must have felt fantastic. I could barely keep up with him from the start. Alright, that's fine because today isn't the day I need to be fresh. It's Tuesday, so hopefully super easy ride tomorrow. I'll be alright. Oh, I couldn't even get my heart rate over 170. There's not much in them. I did do the Epic KOM 4 minutes faster, so I guess I had more in the legs for the radio tower previously. Oh my god, about a minute slower. Maybe a bit tired, yeah, maybe. It's alright, I'll be fresh for Tuesday when it really matters. Oh, that was I felt really good during the zone 2 section. Like I was just flying through that. But then this high effort section was tough to say the least. Alright, I'm gonna cross the line, spin out the legs on the descent a bit, and call it a day. It's a nice way to get Sunday started for sure. Not sure what the plan for the rest of the day is. I'll definitely eat something after this. A nice high protein breakfast. 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh, that was a pretty slow climb. I really enjoyed this one actually. Because it's an hour, but it has a nice 40-minute section of just chill, and then a big effort at the end. Good fun, and especially when you have a PR set, it gives you something to aim at. All right, downhill starting. Give it a nice spin to win. Oh, here are all the Danes. Alright, so I'll be back on live on Tuesday for Zwift Racing League Race 2, Round 2. Turf and surf, so it should be a good race. Hopefully my legs will feel better on that than they did today. But we'll see. Then of course again next Sunday for next week's Weight Loss Accountability live stream. And next week, I guarantee you will see me at 94 kilograms. I've been at 95 for too long. 94 is the goal. Alright everyone, thank you all for watching. I will see you all next week. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And take care everyone, and good luck in all your weight loss goals. Bye bye.